Hey guys, Alyse Williams here. Pardon the background noise if you hear it. They're actually building new homes behind us, but really felt led to come and make this video today just based on some conversations I've been having and things that I just really know. And it's pretty funny because I made a video very similar to this years ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago. You can go to my YouTube channel and dig way back and see it, but it's time to make it again because, you know, there's a little word that is holding so many of you back, and it's the F word, okay? Maybe not the one you're thinking, another 4-letter F word, which is the word fear, okay? So I just wanted to really shoot straight with you guys for a few minutes because it truly just breaks my heart to see people, to see grown adults, to see spouses, to see parents literally stuck in this fear that is truly holding them back every single day from possibilities that are wide open to them, okay? And there's basically a handful of things that people are typically afraid of, and that's the unknown, disappointment, ridicule, rejection, and failure, okay? So I just want to take like 30 seconds and break down each of those because let's just talk about the first one, fear of the unknown. And I may make light of this because sometimes you got to really take a look at yourself and you really got to have a sense of humor when you look at yourself because we're funny creatures, us humans, right? You know, we pride ourselves on having all this logic and, you know, we're smarter than animals and can process things differently, but a lot of times what's going on up here really screws us up, and it truly holds us back from the huge potential that God made us born with. But over the years, we just get programmed and conditioned and cynical to believe things that aren't true anymore, okay? So fear of the unknown. Let's be realistic, guys. How can you be afraid of something that you don't even know what it is, right? Like, really, fear of the unknown. And what really kills me is when people of faith talk about fear, because what do you think real faith is? What do you think real trust and hope is, right? It's faith in the unseen. It's faith in the unknown. So, you know, you kind of become a hypocrite if you're a very spirit-driven person, but you are led by fear, okay? So fear of the unknown, I mean, you can't be afraid of something that you don't even know what it is. So let's just move on to the next one. Fear of disappointment. So most of you guys know I am a network marketing professional, and so these are things that pop up as I'm prospecting or coaching my team or whatever it is. And I can't even tell you how many people I've spoken to just this week that are not joining my opportunity or other opportunities because they're afraid of being disappointed. Because maybe they've tried another company in the past and, you know, got a lot of smoke blown at them at the past about what's possible and all these different things, and they didn't have the right leadership and coaching and training and product and service and all these different things that it really takes to make network marketing work. And so they're afraid of trying it again because they were disappointed, or their spouse or significant other was disappointed in how that other opportunity panned out. So you know what happens when you do that? When you're stuck in that fear and you're afraid of being disappointed again, you're not moving anywhere. You're so focused on the past and afraid of what can happen in the future that you're not even being aware of what is in your present. Right? It's called your present for a reason because it's a gift. And if you're constantly making your decisions based on your past or what you think may happen in the future, guess what? That present moment is lost. So to have a fear of disappointment and people don't move on an opportunity. So, you know, you got to really think about that. You can have a fear of disappointment, so you say, well, I'm just not going to do it because I don't want to be disappointed. But guess what? You're going to be disappointed anyway because you didn't try. You didn't give it a shot, and your spirit and your gut is going to constantly eat away at you, or you're just going to become perfectly comfortable with being average and being mediocre that you're not going to take any risks. You're not going to take any chances to empower yourself to be stronger, to be exceptional, to be extraordinary, okay? So having a fear of being disappointed, life is full of disappointments. It's what you do with it. Right? How do you handle it? You're going to be disappointed in your life. Otherwise, you're going to just kind of live in a bubble. So you're going to be disappointed. It's what happens when you are disappointed. So let's say you were in a business and you were disappointed about how it turned out. You learn from those experiences and you put that into the present decisions that you're making. All right, fear of ridicule. Here's the deal, guys. We spend so much time consumed with what other people will think that we stop making decisions on our own. We base decisions on the clothes we wear, the shoes we wear, the car we drive, the neighborhood we live in, the schools our kids go to, what our kids are wearing, based on not wanting to be ridiculed by other people. But guess what? Number one is, if you have people in your life that are ridiculing you, they're basically stuck at an emotional age anywhere between 8 and 12, right? They just stopped growing up emotionally, because where else do you see that? It pretty much starts in elementary school, right? Where kids will mock other kids because they don't feel strongly enough about themselves. And so the only way they can feel good about themselves is to put somebody else down. Well, guess what? Most adults never outgrow that, okay? So you're basing your decisions thinking that you're going to get ridiculed by other people, and you're basing your life and your decisions and your future being in fear of being ridiculed. But guess what? The people who did the most extraordinary things in their lives, the people who made the biggest impact in other people's lives, they were ridiculed like crazy, and they realized that the people around them that were ridiculing them, they weren't having massive success. They weren't making an impact in other people's lives. So why in the world would you let those people stop you from your own greatness, okay? Let's move on. Rejection. Network marketing, perfect example. I don't want to talk to my friends and family because I have a fear of rejection. Well, guess what? If you don't talk to them, the answer is no anyway, okay? That's just the reality of it. And here's the deal. You're not looking for everybody, okay? And rejection, it's not personal. You are not your business. You are not your product, service, or opportunity. You're you, right? I'm Alyse. I am with a company, right? But that is not where my identity is. It's not who I am. It's what I do. So if someone says no to you or, rejects you, right? Move on, okay? They've given you a no. That's all you're trying to find out, and you move on to the next person. All right, last one, fear of failure. And this is really such an oxymoron, because the more you stay stuck in that fear, the more your life is failing. Because if you're not moving forward, if you're not growing, you're becoming stagnant, and your life is just really not gonna go anywhere. You may look around and think, well, everybody else's life is like this. Well, do you want to live like everybody else, or do you want more than that for your life? Right? Do you want to have a bigger life? Do you want to have bigger experiences? Do you want to make a bigger impact? Do you want to find your purpose in your life? Or do you want to do what everybody else is doing and just, live like Groundhog Day and hit the alarm clock every morning and go to a job you hate and boss you hate and coworkers you hate and traffic you hate and feeling overworked and underpaid and all those different things? Is that really what you want? Or are you willing to take a risk, which really isn't a risk at all, and, you learn more from so-called failures, which I don't even like the word failure, because everything in your life is an experience. And if you are coming from a place of power as opposed to being a victim, you learn from every single so-called failure that you make. And here's the big kick in the gut, right? Okay, I have children. A lot of you guys watching this have children. Guess what? You are probably, if you're living in this fearful place, you're passing on those fears to your kids. And your kids were born to be curious. They were born to be adventurous. And if you're putting your fears, no matter what it is, into them, you are stifling their life. So now you're impacting a whole other generation of people that were put on this earth to do great things, but because of your fears or experiences you've had that you've been disappointed in, guess what? You're gonna stifle their life. And even bigger than that, that happened to you at some point, okay? That's a whole other video. So that's it, guys. Really, really evaluate the thoughts in your head. Don't just go along with them. Fear is false evidence appearing real. It's not even anything real. It's all thought up in your head, and you have 100% control of it. So it's your decision if you're gonna live in that place or if you're gonna move beyond that place and truly step into the world of greatness that you are created to live in. That's it, y'all. Have an amazing day. Talk to you soon.